Good morning, guys, and welcome back to Edutainment here. How are you all? Hope everyone's cool. Please let me know if you can hear me. Sound is clear, voice is clear, rest of the things are clear. Because this is the technical issue. If I start to talk and then you will say, "Oh, brother, I didn't hear anything. I can't hear you." I'll just keep talking. Really awesome, awesome feelings. So please make sure that you can hear me. Everything is cool. Let me know that to the comment box at first. Then we'll go for the price action. Actually, we don't have anything to say about the price action. Still, we have to try to predict whatever is going to happen here. Please let me know if you can hear me. I'm waiting for your reply. In the meantime, let me see if there is any news to Thursday around 8:30. Oh, nothing here. They're connected the F100 account. Perfect. But for Nasdaq. Good morning. I can hear you. Thank you, Jacket. Yeah. Thank you, brother, for confirming. You can hear me. Yes, I do. Thank you, Jian. Good night, brother. Good morning, Jian. Thank you, brother. I really don't want to waste a time because I have a lot big rand over here. However, this market fall here, trade this gap started to go higher. This is the all-time high. I was predicting this all-time high is going to be clear, going to be clear. But the way it is going to clear it, of course, I didn't expect it will happen like that way. But it is what it is. From the weekly chart, I can only see that this market has the intention to clear this relatively equal highs to make a new all-time high over here. That's my expectation. Of course, that's going to happen. But before retracement, no, I don't want to see that. I'd love to go to this daily chart and you can see a consecutive bullish days. Every single day is bullish. Like this candle open here, it seems like a retracement, but actually it was not the retracement. It just simply opened here, was bullish. The day before yesterday, if you ask me, I don't want to see that. This market will just simply go higher and take that price liquidity by today. I need some sort of retracement. Without retracing, if you ask me to look for the buy, I can't do that. It's in deep premium. This market is in expensive mode. Okay, this is really so expensive. The price is so expensive. All the people are saying every day is bullish. I know that you will say, you will argue with me by anyhow, but I can't think that this is going to go higher and take this buy side liquidity without any sort of retracement. I can't take that anymore. I need some sort of retracement from the daily chart, not from the 50-minute chart, 50 hourly chart, not like that way, from daily chart. Maybe it will come to this bullish parallel gap, which is over here. So I'm going to remove this old last PDA that's been over here. I just don't need it anymore. I have this bullish parallel gap over here. I need to see this market to retrace this gap at first, and it will work at least until the 50% of this gap, maybe up below the 50% a bit, and then it will take this buy side liquidity. Without this, if it just simply go higher and take that buy side liquidity over here, man, this is something like I don't know how to trade this market. If you can chase the buy. Please go for that. I have no problem with that. If it happens like that way, I'm not agree with that. I just need to see this market to fall at first, at least over here, and then we'll take this buy side liquidity. So I will be bearish as well, like yesterday. I'm also bearish today. Not interested to think about the buy. You can say that this is extremely bullish market. Don't go against the trend. So the trend is bullish. I'm not agree, I mean disagree with you. I'm also bullish. But even if the trend is bullish, there should be some retracement. Without retracement, if it just keep going higher, I can't trade this market. However, I'm also interested to see if it can keep falling to this gap at first before clearing this buy side liquidity. Highest up close body close candle over here, so it has been traded over here. Maybe it has traded the 50% of this candle as well. So let's see, this is the last line to see if it can give me the retracement from this order block mean threshold. If it do that, I'll be very happy. My intention to look for the sell. If you are bullish, go for that. Just simply take the buy. I'm not interested to take the buy, at least not around the AM session. PM session is a absolutely different case of scenario, because PM session we know how to predict the exact price action. I just shared the information with you by two live daily recap live last 2 days around the PM session, and I just simply gave you the exact precision. So of course you can study that. PM session is much more easier to trade for me, because from the AM session I have no target. I don't have the sell side liquidity. I don't have the, I mean, except this all-time high, I don't have any other buy side liquidity from my lower time frame as well. So I really don't know what is going to happen in this morning session. I'm like 50-50. Still, I will try with my funded account. As I told that in that funded account, I'll only take the entries around the morning session. So we'll see if it can fall and trade some this gap actually by today and tomorrow. Not only by today and tomorrow, and then it will go for this buy side liquidity. My hope or my understanding is telling me this is most logical rather than anything else. Now, it doesn't need to fall until this concurrent crossment. If it fall to the top, that is more than enough. I'm happy with that. I don't need anything else. But I prefer it to not only fall to the consonant crossment, but also it will go a bit below the consonant crossment. Even if it come to this gap over here, that is the best case of scenario. So it will start to fall. All the people who took the sale around this area, the extreme buyers from the very higher time frame, they will start to think that this zone is working again and market is going to fall again from that zone. So they will take the sell, and then this market will stop them out. All the people who were in this sell from here got profit over there, they will take resell and they will get stopped out over here, as this worked so beautifully and market fall too much over there, right? Really fall too much. So these people, of course, they got out from this market and they got a lot of profit over here. This profit should be taken by the market maker again. If it's not deriving by Trump himself, then I prefer this market to fall at first, to believe these people, to make them believe that this zone is very strong zone and market can't break this zone. It is not able to go through this. So take the sell, take the sell, take the sell. When they will take the sell, here this gap or that gap over here, or this new week opening gap, we'll see okay how far it can fall, and then market will go higher and stop them out. And I will look for the standard deviation to find out where is going to be the all-time high, the new line, how far this market will go higher. I believe this is all the bubble. That means market is just pushing higher. Those people who thought that or predicted that because of the Middle East war, like me, because of the Middle East war, stock market is going to fall dramatically. It's going to be a disaster. This market pushing higher, so that those people who was predicting sell took the sell, they got stopped out. Sellers got stopped out. Sellers got stopped out. Every single time, sellers got stopped out. So only buyers are the profitable over here. I still believe that the buyers are also going to be stopped out, before falling. big fall. The buyers are also going to stop out by some sort of top movement around this area. After all of them got stopped out, this market will start to fall, and it will not only going to go below this low, but also it's coming to the volume imbalance. It will come over there. This bubble is going to be blast. It can happen around the midterm, I mean, election, when Trump is going to elected the midterm election. Okay, he's going to join the midterm election. I believe that's the time where this fall is going to happen. Uh, if you are from USA, you know that they have the midterm election as well, where Trump has to win, and I believe he's not. He's going to. I don't know what is going to happen to him, but that is the time when this bubble is going to burst and market is going to fall dramatically, and that's going to be a economical, disaster for the whole world. Unfortunately, that is the expectation. I'm not hoping something bad for the people, but the price is telling me this is going to happen, because this is simply a manipulation market. Someone intentionally let this market to go higher. So it's not the price, actually it's not the buyers or sellers pressure. Nobody's buying over here. Of course, after this three candle, everyone is buying from here, but until this leg over here, nobody was buying around that area, because everyone was thinking that it should fall or dramatical fall. So those people who are thinking about sell, they got stopped out here, and when they saw this is bullish again, they started to chase the market. So this is those buyers only start, I mean, staying in this three candle, 1 2 3 candle, they are staying over here, the buyers only. There's no more sellers except these all-time sellers, and the new sellers are going to join over here. These sellers are going to get stopped out. These buyers also will get stopped out when the big fall will happen. I'm saying this to you because this is my expectation. If you guys remember, when this fall happened from here to here, I predicted exactly the high, exactly the low, and I told that started to look for the buy from there. That's the perfect area for investing. And then this market fall like this way. So I'm going to pay the same thing over here. Market is not only going to take this buy sell liquidity, but also it's coming to the standard deviation. I'll mark them after getting the retracement. I need the retracement leg. After getting the retracement, I'll mark the all-time high where the market will reach. After reaching to that line, this market is going to crash and this low is going to be taken. That's for sure. I'm confident about that is going to happen, and this fall is going to happen, as I told, around the midterm election in USA. So right now, today, I want to see this market to fall at least to this gap. It doesn't need to come to this gap by today, but this buy sell liquidity don't want to see to be taken before this market reach to this gap. I'm not saying it is the last line. I'm just saying I need to see it to fall over here. It can go through this. It can come here to this gap. It can come here to this gap. It can come here to this unfilled gap constant crossment before going higher. But it's actually too far, because if I mark the range in between this low and this high until now over here, this is the 50%. So the last line should be happen until this equilibrium, which is around the constant encroachment around this unfilled gap. But to be honest, I don't want to see that. I would love to see this upper quadrant to work. So market will just simply come to this upper quadrant here. Maybe this will be traded, this gap will be traded, and then this market will just go higher and take this buy sell. Without this retracement, I'm not able to take the buy. If this market keep going higher without any sort of retracement and take this buy side liquidity, either I'll be wrong, or like I'll take loss over here, or maybe I'll not take any trade if I see this just extremely bullish. But I'm not going to take any sort of sell. I'm not interested to chase the market. You want to do that, go for that. Yesterday I was wrong. The day before yesterday I was wrong. I don't give a shit. 2 days I can be wrong. Just 2 days out of lot of days, right? A lot of days. If I just get wrong today, it doesn't mean that I'm wrong for forever. So just because of 2 days I'm wrong, that doesn't mean that I'm going to change my bias and changing my thinking process and going to take the buy today. That is, at least it's not possible for me. I can't do that. If you can do that, please go for that. Don't take my analysis as your roadmap. Do your own analysis. Think, use your own thinking process. Use it wisely. Okay. Would love to come to this hourly chart, and on my left hand side around here, it's really too messy price action over here, so I need to see what do I have over here from running contract, which is NQ1. If I come to this NQ1 and if I extend to my chart around this area, show you that again, this, just a second guys, I think just, oh, next Monday, because Saturday I will get my own setup. After that, this hanging is not going to happen anymore, I believe so. Then I have to just observe this thing. However, this market is right now trading around this area. To be honest, I don't see anything over here from the hourly chart. To be honest, just simply nothing around that area. If I come to the 15-minute chart, let me see if I can find anything over there from the 15-minute chart or not. So this is the 15-minute chart. See if I can find any last parallel cup or anything. Okay, so I have this buy side liquidity. So let me mark this buy side liquidity over here. The buy side liquidity from 15-minute chart. The buy side liquidity, I have some gap. Let me remind the gap over here to here. The gap low is 38.58.25, 38.58.25, 38.58.25, 38.58.25, 38.58.25. Okay, 438, 458, 438, 458, 848, 38, 458, 8. So this is the last gap from 50-minute chart. I can see it's broken here from the 50-minute chart. It's broken, and the buy side is it taken as well. And the buy side is 518.50, 518.50, 518.50, 518.50. 518.50. That is the buy side liquid over here below the all-time high. Also in buy side liquid from 15-minute chart. Okay, the last gap is broken. Buy side is over here. What should I do over here? Oh man, what can I do over here? Tough moment, to be honest. This is the all-time high. Let's see if it can seriously take that buy side liquidity at first. And I believe there is a gap above the buy side liquidity. Let's check one more time. I'm sorry guys, I didn't do anything over here. I was not in front of my chart, so to be honest, I didn't know if I have anything over here. There is a gap as well around this area. It my right, right. What happened over here? Went through this. This is the last gap that can be traded. The scenario of gap 523.75, 514.25, 514.25, 514.25, 514.25, 514. The gap from the 50-minute chart, and below this buy side liquidity is the last gap. So we'll see if it can come here to clear this buy side liquidity, trade this last gap one more time before falling, or does it really would love to fall? Because here when this market has come here, take some buy side liquidity, market structure shift over here. This is the market structure shift, entry fair value gap, breakaway gap. I'm just going to remove this gap. That is the entry gap. That is not important anymore because market simply closed it by the body. entry gap, last gap, market trade this last gap, I believe so, around that area, then fall dramatically. This is the consecutive order block, relative equal high. I mean, sorry, 2, 3 consecutive candles at the order block. If this high is taken over here for today, if this high is taken, I will look for this buy side liquidity and this gap at first. That high is important to me, so I'll wait for this high to see if it can be it's taken. Maybe I'll look for this buy side liquidity at first, and I think the range is more than enough. 53 handle, something like that. However, otherwise, if I see these consecutive candles are being respected, I'll start to look for sell. Remember this gap over here until this gap. I'll just try to see if it can keep falling for this gap, not by today, by 1, 2, 3 days, whatever it takes, but can it go over there? All I would love to see this buy sell liquidity not to be taken before any sort of retracement. I need first the retracement, then I need the expansion again toward that buy sell liquidity. Before falling, this buy sell liquidity can be a very important liquidity at first to be taken, last gap to be traded, and then it can start to fall. So I will mark this high as well for here to understand that is this market really would love to go higher. So if this high is broken, I'll think about this buy sell liquidity at first to trade this gap, and then I'll start to think about sell later. Okay. Unfortunately, in this market, I don't have any sell side liquidity. You can see there is no sell side liquidity. This is the gap that has been traded over here from 50-minute chart, of course. Except that I have any sell side. No, I don't have any sell side liquidity except this one, which is an extreme sell side liquidity. Of course, there is 0% possibility this market to go toward that sell side liquidity. I am not interested to go for that sell side liquidity. All I would love to say, I'm not bullish, okay? To be honest, if I would love to take the buy over here, that's called gambling. I don't want to gamble. Even if I would love to take the sell, but I know that is low probability as well, according to some of you, because you think this is extremely bullish market, this is trending market. Why you are going against the trend? The problem is this market is in expensive area. Even if the retail trader they learn or they actually know one simple thing, and that is buy in the cheap price, sell in the high price. Right now, this market is in the high price. I don't want to buy in the high price. I would love to sell to this cheap high price, okay? And then when this market will come to the equilibrium or the upper quadrant anywhere, it will be much more cheaper, then I'll start to buy again. I can't take the buy over here. But again, as I told, if this high is taken, because so far according to the 22 YT model over here, this entry gap and last gap has been traded by here. So this is that up close body close candles which can be respected as an order block. You just mark it, extend it to your right, you'll see how beautifully it is respecting so far. So if it can respect these order blocks and then keep falling, I'll better to look for sell rather than buy. But if this high is taken, which is an intermediate term high, I'll be bound to look for this buy side liquidity. So I'll do the buy actually after seeing this high to be taken. I want to come to this YM a bit because it is also important to understand what is happening to other markets. So this YM is also bullish, but you see this is that all-time high for YM. This is the all-time high. Now, if you look for this whole range around that area, the highest high, the lowest low, it just came to the equilibrium, not even reached to the the upper quadrant. If you compare this with the Nasdaq, where the Nasdaq market is here somewhere, just going to take that all-time high. So here somewhere. So far, this guy also didn't give me some sort of retracement, but still it is acceptable. Just look at the price. Look at the price from yesterday. The yesterday's candle from the daily chart. Look at the price. So even though it didn't give me the retracement, but still this is acceptable. Even if it would love to keep going higher from here, that doesn't mean that it's just one-sided. That means all the sellers or get the opportunity, that got the opportunity to take the sell, or there was some sort of retracement from the daily chart. This black candle was really so beautiful if you compare with the Nasdaq market. So this Dow market was beautiful comparing to Nasdaq market according to the price action, but unfortunately we are not trading the Dow market. This is our barometer. We don't trade this market. We just use this market for our like for our some kind of support. So last time when Dow market was making the all-time high, and yes, also making the all-time high, Nasdaq failed to make the all-time high. And now when the market is going higher, Nasdaq is the strongest sister. Yesterday I saw ICT a live actually where he talked about the sixth sister and he mentioned Nasdaq was the sixth sister. The market was falling. If I'm not mistaken, okay, because I was watching his video by fast forwarding. And I don't mistake. So he told that when the market is falling, Nasdaq is the sixth sister. Some of you can think that why the Nasdaq is sixth sister when the market is falling because you simply see this market. Nasdaq market is very near to the all-time high where the Dow market is here, and ES market is also bullish. But comparing with Dow and ES, NQ is the strongest when the market is going higher. So in that type of scenario, when the market is falling, Dow is the strongest sister when the market is falling, and other markets like ES and NQ are the strongest. I mean, are the weakest when the market is falling. But if the market is going higher, then Nasdaq is the strongest. They are the weakest system. Now, what is this information useful for you? If some of you would love to look for the SMT, and you saw that Nasdaq done this. Nasdaq like fail and something here. Okay, same area Dow has done this like this. Now you saw here Nasdaq failed to clear that low, and Dow market has cleared that low over here. This is the right SMT. This is Nasdaq market. This is Dow market. When the market is going higher, this market should fail to take that low, but it should take that low. It is called the SMT. So this is the right SMT in between Dow and Nasdaq market. Same case of scenario, if the market is falling, for example, and Nasdaq has cleared that high and then started to fall again. But at the same time, when this market is falling, this is a Dow market, failed to clear that high and started to fall again. So you can see there is an SMTs, right? Nasdaq has taken that high, but Dow has failed to take that high. Absolutely perfect, because when the market is falling, Dow is the strongest. So she doesn't need to take that high, but it needs to take that high. If anything happened against these things, okay, for example, the market is going higher and you saw this Nasdaq took that low, then started to go higher, but Dow failed to take that low and started to go higher. It's not the right SMT, it's the fake SMT. That means this Dow over here, this Dow is going to, what the hell? This Dow has to fall one more time to take that low. It has to fall one more time to take that low, because when the market is falling, she should take the low. Dow market should take the low, not Nasdaq. When Nasdaq has taken the low, that means the weakest sister has taken that low and she failed. It's a fake SMT. Market is going to fall again. Both of them, okay, not only this market and this market, both of them will fall again. This guy will take that low, and then if the bias is bullish, it will go higher. Same thing over here. If when the market is falling, if Nasdaq failed to take that high and started to fall, at the same time, if the Dow has taken that high, it means that Nasdaq is not going to fall. It's going to go higher again and take that high, because she's the strongest over here to clear that high. Again, I can be wrong, because I was watching ICT's live and I thought he told that when the market is falling, Nasdaq is the sixth sister. If he told that and I listened him correctly, then I will say he is right. But if he say anything else, whatever I explain over here, anything else except this, he is wrong over here. I can challenge him. I can challenge anyone about this SMT, because I have studied this SMT a lot. And you will start to see that I have started to use the SMT from the next week, because I will going to get my own setup again. I will be able to see other markets. So I will start to use the SMT. Without SMT, you will see that I'm not taking any trade. I love SMT rather than anything. So this is the Dow market over here, which is also like in the middle of this range, whole range. But this is the buy side liquidity. Of course, I told that it's going to go for this buy side liquidity, and of course the all-time high. Even if it failed to take the all-time high, this buy side liquidity is going to be cleared, and it will trade finally this last gap over here from the daily chart. If it just simply failed to take the all-time high. But this market is really so good. According to the price action, this is good. Over here, this is the E-mini S&P, and this is the all-time high that's going to be taken as well for E-mini S&P. Same kind of scenario for with the Nasdaq. So most of the people actually trade the E-mini S&P and the Nasdaq market, not the Dow market. Dow market is something they most of the people use that as a barometer. Like 99% of the people don't trade the Dow. Dow is a very fast market, very volatile market, kind of like crypto market or something like that. So no, they don't trade the crypto market. If you remember the weekly analysis I've done, where I was expecting this all-time high is going to be cleared because this is the only resistance that should be taken. But the way it is taking, I am not interested to see this. Okay, of course I was bullish, extremely bullish, but I needed some reaction, some retracement at first before going higher. Not like this way. The way this market is going higher, no, not like that way. Every single thing is perfect. Everything is perfect. I am bullish. Market is bullish. Everything is perfect. Just the retracement is missing. Every single time it will miss to give me the retracement. I'm gonna be disaster. That's gonna be disaster. I can't take the buy to the top. I need to buy when the retracement is going to happen. So before getting that retracement, what else I can do? I can simply let the retracement go, and then when it will start to go higher, I can start to take the buy. So the retracement leg, I can let it go without taking this retracement. I can wait for this price to come over here, then start to take the buy, because I know overall this market is bullish and going for this buy side liquid. If you have any confusion, you can just watch my weekly analysis video where I clearly, and that was a very bold statement, what is going to happen in this market. That was absolutely bold statement. Just the retracement is missing. So if I go to my lower time frame, for example this hourly chart, you just simply see this is going higher without any sort of retracement, just simply going higher. I'm just not interested to see this type of going higher without the retracement. For example, I want to see it come here to here, no problem. Then this consolidation should not happen. Instead of that, it should just fall maybe until this gap over here. Came until that gap and then started to go higher again. Then it will fall a bit, just a bit, maybe until the upper quadrant. That is also enough. Then it will go higher again. Then see this consolidation. I don't want to see that. I want to see it will just fall a bit. Maybe it will take that low one more time. Then it will go higher again. This type of price action, not like one-sided run. It's something like look like this. I don't want to see these things. Okay, just want to see this type of that type of things. And I'm used to see this type of things. Overall, it is bullish, but should go like that way, like a stair. Okay, not like this type of run. But it is what it is. This market is happening that, and this is why I'm afraid that the economical disaster is going to happen very soon. I don't want to see that. Inshallah, it is not going to happen, because if it happens, then the whole world will start to cry. I of course not interested to see that crying people. I just expect, the price is just telling me that that is going to happen, so I'm just telling you what I'm thinking about here. So today I am more interested to see sell, but if this high is taken, I'll look for this buy side liquidity and the last fair value gap. If this high is taken, I'll look for this last fair value gap at first. So here to here, I'll try to take a buy, and if it come over here, I'll start to look for sell again. I'm not bullish. I'm not interested to look for any sort of buy. But as I told, if the market close above this line, I'll think about the buy. I have to force to think about the buy, unfortunately. And after reaching over here, if the market keep going higher and take this buy side liquidity, I'll just let this go, because I can't take the buy in this deep premium. However, yesterday and the day before yesterday, first of all, around here, if you guys remember, this is the PM session from before the yesterday's, uh, the day before yesterday, that was the PM session. We perfectly trade this PM session. All the trade was green over here. Yesterday's PM session, we are green around that area. That was absolutely predicted, and we talked about this through our Discord community. We got that profit. I wanna show you something which I told you that I'm gonna show you tomorrow, because I wanna make sure that my thing is actually transparent. Nobody's going to say that, brother, you are just doing something and you are hiding something. If I blow the account, I'll tell you that I blown the account. If I take a huge loss, I'll of course tell you that I took that huge loss, or whatever it is. Okay, but if there was a mistake, I thought that it's not the flex, it was the flex account, so there was no, like the 1200 auto stop. So I keep just, I took the entry and I didn't stopped out by the $1200. Instead of that, I stopped out around 1600. So yesterday I stopped, my maximum loss was $1695 around the morning session, because I took over leverage, the huge leverage, two mini contract. It was huge. You can see the whole quantity 66. So if you compare other days, okay, like other days, it's not like that much. 66 contract over there. Hmm, overall I took yesterday. So that was $1695 yesterday's AM session. I stopped with this account, and then around the PM session I just took one trade, and that one trade mitigated all of my losses. Plus I end up with $409 profit yesterday's PM session. So the PM session was like textbook reading price action, something like that. It perfectly respected the breaker block, it perfectly respected the unfilled gap, it perfectly respected the last fair value gap. From the last fair value gap I took re-entry, if you guys remember, around the PM session. So overall I just made up like $409, and you can see the winning percentage is just 36%, because just one trade worked out and rest of all the trade didn't work. Not even a single trade. I was even didn't get any opportunity to put the stop loss to the break even. Every single trade just stopped me out, stopped me out, stopped me out, until the last fall. So the last fall I was not brave enough to take that sell, because just before the last fall here, just before the last fall, which is here, before that last fall, I already messed up around this area by taking two mini contract entry. So unfortunately I was not able to be enter in this area. That's why I keep saying sometimes you'll blow your mind, but if you can control yourself and if you don't over leverage, the loss is nothing as long as you're not over leveraging. I over leveraged here, I missed this run. Unfortunately I got this whole run over here. But if I wouldn't do that, like if I wouldn't go for two mini contract around that area, one mini contract around that area, it was like three micro contract, or five micro contract, all the loss would be mitigated by that fall. All the loss, whatever loss I had, all have been mitigated over there. And then I could make huge profit around that leg. But unfortunately, I did over leverage and it punished me severely. Severely, it punished me. Other account, which is the funded account, unfortunately I didn't do it. Not unfortunately, actually, because you told, I know that you know that I'm going to trade this account only around the morning session. So this is the loss from yesterday, 570. I could simply mitigate this loss around the PM session, like butter, cake and butter, something like that. You know that, right? I shared you everything over there, all the entry possibilities. All I needed, just push a button over here to this account, but I just didn't do it because I will come back again with this account on the AM session. But now these days AM session is very difficult for me, but still I will try to keep going with this account if I can make it until the payout. Okay, so far it's just $1,000 loss, so it's nothing. Still I have 50% in my hand, so I will just make sure that I'm not going to over leverage. It's going to be maximum 3 micro contract, and my target will be 100, 150, or maybe $200. So I'll cover that profit and then I'll let the runner go. It can make more profit to be or not. Okay, so I'm not going to mitigate this $570 loss by today. I'll say just 100, $150 by taking lowest leverage possible. So 1, 2, 3 micro contract max, depending on the stop loss. So I'll try to trade maybe 150 risk, 50 risk, $300 loss. I'm done because it's not working for me around the morning session. Last day I also over leveraged 5 micro contract, 4 micro contract, if you remember, in 14 that day. So I did over leverage. Still that is over leverage after taking the loss. And yeah, I end up with this loss, even though I was in profit around $122, and then I overtrade and end up with $570. So if I could stop over here with the $122 profit, this loss wouldn't be here. Also some loss would be mitigated from there, so I wouldn't need to be worried about this account anymore. But as I didn't stop over here yesterday, so it end up with this $570. I told you, if you are green, even if it's $10, stop over there. Like for example here, $52, I stopped over there because it was not working with me, so I just stopped over there. I know other days will come, that is good, and over there I'll just make the more profit. But here sometimes what happens, we can't control ourselves and things, bad things happen. I'm not here to ask you to follow me, I'm here to ask you to listen to me carefully what I'm saying to you. If you follow me and if you can learn from others mistake, you don't need to go through that mistake. Okay, so you will not going to get the same pain I've got from the trading or from other area, because you are seeing what happened if I don't follow the things I tell you to follow. If you don't do that, whatever I'm telling you to do, you will just see that you are getting hurt. But if you follow, if you stop after getting the green, man, eventually you will end up with the profit. That's for sure. There is nothing that can stop you. If you don't over leverage and you get some losses like 100, 200, 300, $400, 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, 4 day, 5 day, don't care, man. Eventually you are going to go and make the payout. It's going to happen. I showed you like last time where I stopped out around $1,200, then again $1,200 maximum loss hit it by mistake and by intentional, but eventually I made it the funded account. As long as you are not over leveraging, The funded account is obvious to you. As long as you are not over leveraging, the payout is obvious to you. Prove that live by coming every day in front of you. Of course, the trades are were all around the area. Okay, so if I could go for the PM session yesterday, my loss would be mitigated already to my funded account. All the loss would be mitigated around that area. But I'll just try if I can make it around the AM session. So I'm bound to trade the AM session because you told me to trade it around the AM session. Otherwise, maybe it would be an absolutely a different case of scenario, and you would see only the green over there. This is what it is. So that's all for now. I would love to stay in a 1 minute chart, and I'm gonna this chart over here, this chart over here, and we'll see if it can. Just remember, this high is taken. I'm interested to look for the buy side liquidity. This is not taken. I'm more interested to look for the sell instead of buying. All for now. Let me make sure that I'm connected with the funded account here. LTF is connected over here. Need the full screen. So come here. 1 minute chart and the dip chart. I don't do I need to show you that dip chart, that funded account? I'm not touching it. Just that will be gone. I don't care, but I'm not going to touch that. So here, so wait over there. Okay, if you have confusion, I can show you the dip chart. I mean that Blue Guardian futures funded account is still over there. I didn't push not even a single button. Then if you have the confusion, you can ask me. I can show that to you again. My laptop is actually going to get a bit slower if I open a new tab. That's why I'm just not doing that. If you have confusion, doubt, that's all for now. So 6 minutes left before the market open. I wanna wait for the 6 minutes, then I'll see if I can do something good over here or not. Okay. If you have any confusion, anything to ask, please let me know that. Sachin, good morning. Earning session started too. Okay, the earning session also started. That's cool. In Bengali, there is a word, and that is একে তো হাঁটতে পারে না তার উপরে পদে ফোড়া. So it's a very like how I don't know how to translate it. Like something like you can't walk, but it's still. I mean, how to say that? I don't know. But this market is not good, and there is the earning news. It's really bad. Okay. Thanks for always being here, lol. Oh, lol, man. Lots of love. I know the meaning of lol is lots of love. I know, brother. I love you more. Hey, Sharada. Good morning, Jansi. How is it going, brother? Morning, everyone. Good morning, Jansi. Everything's cool, brother. Thanks for being over here, man. Don't say lol. Earning session started. I read your comment. Sachin, good morning. Jansi, starting from today, tomorrow, the Fed is scheduled to add 40 billion to the financial system. Perhaps they explains some of the run we have seen this week. I don't think so. They are just going to justify this manipulation by making those type of bullshit drama. I don't believe that this is because of that earnings or all of this bullshit. This is just a manual intervention. Whatever you wanna show me or they wanna show me, I don't give a shit. This is kind of like bullshit, simply shit. This is manual intervention and perfectly manual intervention. It never happened in history before. If anyone else except Trump did that, they will get the court martial. That's for sure. Okay, they will be hanged on the road. But however, it is what it is. Nobody can ask him any question. Good morning, Ellie sister. Crazy market. I'm afraid to participate. Lol. I'm also afraid. To be honest, I'm really afraid because I have no clear picture over here. I don't know what is going to happen. Hey, Daniels. Good morning. The PM session is much more easier to trade, in my opinion. GN NQ1 already hit a all-time high. That's cool. Maybe it's going to go for the all-time high as well. We'll see. Good morning, all. Kindly take a moment. I am also interested to see the all-time high to be taken. But before retracement, no. I need the retracement, then the all-time high. So I'm not saying that all-time high can't be taken. I'm saying you at the beginning, watch my weekly analysis video and watch the candle when this candle appeared on the chart. Just go to this live over here. Monday, 6th April 2026. I told that if this candle can close above that high, the next target is this all-time high. That was obvious that is going to happen. If this candle can close one tick above that high, that candle high. Go back, my live is over here. I didn't delete anything. Just watch. Before I close the stream, I told that if this high is taken by one tick by that candle, the all-time high is going to be taken. All I am saying that without the retracement, no, ma'am. Without retracement, no. I need the retracement before going higher. Otherwise, this is an expensive area. I can't take the buy to this expensive price. And for example, this market come here, and then I took the buy. Then market gave me the the reaction. Now you can say, brother, either way you are going to take the loss. So why don't you take that? If I do that, next time when the market will be cool down, and I will have this like this thing in my mind, I can chase the market. That will give me more strength to chase the market, and that will destroy my career, the trading career. I can't do that. Even if I would love to take the I take the loss, I appreciate that, but I can't chase the market, unfortunately. So I need the retracement before going for that all-time high over there. I hope my point is clear, brother. I'm literally trade away from blowing my long standing funded account. Hey Dora, sorry to hear that, sister. This is really damn market. I'm really sorry to hear that. And that's a long word. Hey, Tamimi, how are you, sir? Kindly take a moment to smash the like button and hit subscribe. Thank you, Tamimi, for being over here, man. Khurshid, good morning. Sir, I have a fund account on life support too, trading one micro until it is stable again. That's the Daniel. That's not the only thing. You have to look for a small target. If you are going for the one micro contract, you have to go for the small target as well. Make sure that you are targeting smaller, very small. Okay, as soon as possible, you feel confident, close the trade. If you go with two micro contract, then take the partial, put your stop loss to the break even, let the runner go. But one micro contract, close the trade as soon as possible. Don't look for 50 handle, 20 handle, 30 handle. No, not like that way. You feel good, close the trade. You feel good, close the trade. Small run, 10 handle, 15 handle, something like that. Good morning, Edith. Just joined. Thank you, brother, for joining over here. Thanks for being over here. Will do. Thank you. No problem, Daniel. Just my advice again. I'm not saying that you should do that, but I'm just saying if you do that, that will come back from the life support for sure. So just 3 seconds before the market open, let me see what is going to be the opening gap. I'm interested to mark the opening gap. Here, this is the opening gap. Just remember, if this high is taken over here, this line, let me mark it bigger. If this high is taken, I'll look for this buy side liquidity. Otherwise, I'm just interested to see this market to fall. All the buy side liquidity has been cleared. Market trade this gap over here from 1 minute chart that has been traded. In 15-minute chart, it has traded this 15-minute bearish gap as well as this order block. I explained you over there. So market structure shift, fair value gap. I would love to take the sell from there. If it make a fair value gap over here, I'll try to take the sell from that gap. Let me see the stop loss. How much is going to be? I need the gap, remember. Not gonna be huge. I think 27 handle, something like that. If it doesn't give me the entry opportunity, sorry, it give me this entry, I'll take this sell. Oh, brother, right now? Yes, sir, right now. Let me see. Okay, why it is 1000? I think I'm in M and it here plus here. That I'll just put randomly. I don't know it will take me or not, but if it take me, I'm gonna take this sell. 3, that means 156. I'm perfect. Going to be the target. Let's see if it can give me the opportunity to take the sell from here to until this sell side liquidity around that area. Sell side liquidity. This is the sell side liquid, okay? Just remember that. I'm not trying to take the entry from this area. I'm just trying to take the entry from this gap over here, which is aligned with the breaker block. I wish it will take me. If it doesn't, the 40.75, 40.7. Keep it over there, okay? I wish it will take me. I can miss this trade, of course, from this gap. I can miss it. I just need the perfection over here. If I see that I have missed it, I will wait for the order block to be appeared to take the entry from the order block. If I miss this trade from here, you don't need the perfection. You can simply take the entry from the fair value gap. As I am in some loss over here, unfortunately, so I just need that perfection. Okay. By any chance, if I miss it, and sister, it will be get better. Which is the best prop firm with no monthly subscription like Lucid? I don't know, but Lucid is better, to be honest. In my opinion, Lucid is much more better. I need the perfection. That's why I'm trying to take the entry from here. Okay. You don't need to do that. You can simply take the entry from this gap. I didn't mark this gap. Just mark it. You can take the entry from this gap. You don't need the perfect entry over there. As I told, I have some losses already to my account. No, huge loss. That's why I'm just trying to take the entry from over there. It make a fair value gap over here. I'll take the entry over here and I'll cover the 50% of this gap. If it make a gap over, means this 22 item level has been failed. Going to use this fair value gap over here. However, I'm gonna keep it right now over there and we'll wait to see if it can make a fair value gap over here or not. By the way, I'm not asking any of you to copy my trade. So please remember that. I have explained what I'm expecting and I found what I needed. So I'd love to go for this trade. Simple. There you go. Yeah, I should have been patient more. That's okay. Come on, don't hang. This is that old 50-minute bullish gap that has been respected here, and this is that gap over here. Market has built another sell side liquidity around that area to see if it can keep falling, can go through this old bullish gap and keep falling. Can it do that? If it doesn't and stop me out, I'll get stopped out over here. This is the last line for me for this market to go to the open of this candle. At the first time I'll get my opportunity to move my stop loss to the break even, I'll do that. I just need a parallel gap to move my stop loss to break even, unfortunately. However, it's a good run for some of you. If you really would love to take some partial, please try to take some partial. Wherever you feel good, take the partial, okay? Don't miss your partial. That run is more than enough for being profitable. I promise you, brother. Don't need to take the partial over here. Take the partial wherever you feel good. Okay? 30 handle, 25 handle, take the partial. All I need a bearish farewell gap to move my stop loss to the break even. if any of you are in this trade. Mm, this is the 50-minute new candle. If it would start to go higher at first, that would be awesome. But it started at open and just started to go lower. Not good. Let me mark this and let me take over the 50. I'm not happy to see this candle, to be honest, because this 50-minute candle opened and it started to fall. So if it started to respect this weak quadrant level, that's gonna be disaster. If you didn't take the partial, it's up to you, brother. I have already teach you how to take the partial. So take the partial whenever you feel good. That was run for like more than 30 handle. So if you didn't take the partial, it's gonna be your own risk. So please make sure you have taken the partial. 30 handle, 25 handle, 20 handle. Take the partial. Make sure that your loss is small right now. Even if it doesn't work, you are already in profit. So something like that. I took some entry below this zone, so that's why my stop loss is here somewhere. I'm not able to put my stop loss to the break even. Otherwise, if I would wait for this gap to be traded, then my stop loss would be at the break even after clearing some partial. Let's say this candle, I believe this candle either it will close below this low or it will go above that high. If it close below this low, around here, below that low, this is going to fall. If it would love to go higher to manipulate this high, then this relatively equal highs will be taken at first. Third candle. This third candle is always very crucial. However, if this market doesn't go above this candle high, for example, it didn't go above that high and closed as a bear candle, okay? Just closed as a bear candle. I promise you, brother, you will see a big fall. Like big fall means big fall. So all I need to see how this 50-minute candle is going to close because it doesn't have the time for the manipulation. It wants to fall. That's all. If it failed to go above that high, one tick above that high. I can't move my stop loss as long as there is no bearish gap. And this 50-minute bullish gap from 50-minute chart is still holding the market. If it wanted to make that manipulation leg, it would have done already by the third candle. As it didn't do that, I think it's not going to do the manipulation for that 15-minute candle. I think so. Thank you, Tamimi. According to Suzivan, if the 50% of this week is closed by one tick, this low is going to be taken. So I wish this time Suzivan will be right and the market will take this low actually. I hope so, okay? However, I'm done with this. I'm not happy to hold this anymore because this is the low of previous candle low that has been cleared. I'm not interested to hold this trade anymore. Bit more. Come on. Please take my partial. Okay. Partial is taken. Okay. Here. Stop. Two contract left. I have to make sure that this gap is covered by my loss. I'm gonna take second partial here. It can go over there. Doesn't need to. It can come here. Right to the second partial to this side. More important rather than that. Okay? I would love to see this gap to unfilled. Market should not fill this gap 100% after trading the order block. That should be the unfilled gap. Yes, I would love to see this to be unfilled. I'm so sorry because my entries are here somewhere. I was just afraid maybe I'm going to miss this trade. But this gap was the most important gap this market to trade over here. Not only this 22 IT model, but also this gap. It's perfectly come here and then took the sell side liquidity. Now I need to see if it can fall and take trade this area or not. Okay. I'm not saying it is going to happen. I'm just trying to catch this run until here. In the meantime, I'll try to move my stop loss. See if this candle can close there. Candle should not go. So far it has provided me 80 handle. Okay, if any of you are in this trade, make sure you have taken the partial like yesterday, the first trade. Remember the first trade? So if you are in this trade, make sure you have taken some partial. If you don't have the partial opportunities, that means you took an entry for one micro contract, simply close the trade, brother. Simply just close it. Don't follow my trailing stop loss. Don't copy my trade. Just look at the logics I'm sharing with you, brother. Just look at that logics. Don't copy anything to me. Please don't do that. It's a request to all of you. I'm just waiting to see this candle to close before putting my stop loss over here. Because this candle can trade the 50% of that week. If it fails, I'm safe over here. I'll wait over there to put my stop loss after seeing this candle to close. Any of you would love to enter right now? It's gambling. It's not the time to enter right now. It's time to manage your trade, not to enter, re-entry or something like that. Yes, so this week can trade this week over here. I was afraid of that. There is another week over here. It also can trade this week. My stop loss is over here. Remember here. This one is over there. So I'm waiting to see which week is going to be traded at first, and then this market is going to fall again. In the meantime, I'll try to move my stop loss accordingly. Eight, seven, six, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Don't move it yet. It yet. Have to wait a bit more to see if it can trade this one or not. In the meantime, if I ever feel that I'm not interested to hold this trade, I'll simply put the stop loss over here. I'm just say managing my trade. It doesn't mean that you're going to copy my trade. Please don't do that. Do your own analysis, guys, please, and manage your trade by yourself. 7, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 1, 0. Don't do that. It should work as an order block right now. Otherwise, this relatively equal highs from 15-second chart is going to be cleared. I want to see this work as an order block, bearish order block, so it can trade the 50% of this order block, the mean threshold of this order block, this up close body close candle, and then start to fall again. There is some sell side liquidity with this old FVG that, in my opinion, should be traded. It doesn't need to, but I think it will trade this FVG before going higher, at least this FVG. And then it can start to go higher. No, what do you mean by no? Walaikum salam, Sinobi. How are you, brother? It's more interested to see this relatively equal highs from 15-second chart. See this candle high, that candle high. Does it want to clear this relatively equal highs before falling one more time? I'm watching it. I'll keep it over there. This one is over here. So if I get stopped out this one, I don't care. I'll still have one microcontroller left. Has built triple top. And let's see if it can leave that triple top for later. I don't think so it's going to do that. Hmm. Would you trade piano for? Oh, okay, okay. So you replied him. That's cool, brother. So this relatively equal highs from 15-second chart has been taken. If it doesn't start to fall right now, it means that it would love to trade this gap. In that type of scenario, this contract is going to be cleared. Why I'm in FOMO? Because I'm already in some losses in this funded account, from yesterday and the day before yesterday. So I don't want to miss some portion of the profit. That's why I just put my stop loss over here. So if it stopped me out here, I, have, I will make sure that I have already covered some profit around that area. And then this one is the perfect place. So I don't need to worry about that one. So this should fall right now. Happy to put this trade anymore here. Cool. I don't know if there is any 1 minute liquidity. If any of you can mark any sort of 1 minute liquidity for me, I'll be grateful to you. Okay, I can't leave this area. I have to watch every single candle, how it is going to trade around that area. So if any of you can do that for me, I'll be able to put my stop loss much more lower. If there is any 1 minute sell side liquidity, any level, I highly appreciate that, guys. I highly appreciate it. Any of you, is there any sell side liquidity? And if you are not in a trade, then please do that for me. Get this low has cleared over here, so liquidity has been cleared. If it would love to go higher now, it will start to go higher. So I don't want to hold this trade anymore. I'm done for this trade. Either it will fall now or I'll get stopped out. Simple. I believe I've covered the 50% of this word block because I'm doing that mistake a lot for the last few days. However, the buy side has been cleared, the sell side has been cleared. So if it would love to fall, it will keep falling. If it doesn't want to fall, it will start to go higher. I believe I've covered the mean threshold of that word block. Okay, one contract is gone. Perfect. Good morning, Wizard, and boom for your trade. Thank you, Wizard. Thank you, Jamie. Thank you so much, brother. I don't think so. I have covered the main threshold. Let me actually mark it. I did. I did, I guess. Yeah, I did by tick. Cool. Just didn't cover the upper quadrant of that word block. Perfect. Because I've seen the low has been cleared here. This low has been cleared. This high has been cleared. So it should show me the bearishness. If it doesn't do that, I don't think so it's worthy to hold this trade. Instead of that, I'll hold this market to see if it can close this gap. Then we'll look for another breaker block sell. And like until here, it's 50 handle, something like that. So more than enough, I guess. Let's see. Yeah, something like $400, something like that. So yesterday my loss was 570. Today made 300, $400. Good. Um, Not a bad trade, to be honest. Here it's like 59 handle from here. But if I could enter from there, which was my first plan, that could be $79. It's okay. So overall, $375. I'm done for this funded account. I'm not interested to touch this funded account anymore because I have already $1,000 loss in this funded account. So I recovered like $400. So I have just $600 loss in this account. So I'm not interested to touch this account anymore. I'd love to switch to this account, my able account. I'm going to remove all of them. I'm going to keep it over here. I hope some of you got this trade. I don't know why did you enter, but if any of you had the patience and entered from there, you got the perfect run. And that was the sell side liquidity that needed to be taken. This is something secondary option. So if it can come over here without trading this unfilled gap and keep falling, I tried it, it didn't work, got stopped out by trailing stop loss. I believe this is a good trade. I believe so. And when I took the entry, 930 candle, this is the 930 candle, this is the entry around 9:38, so within 8 minutes. So some days I keep waiting, and I don't find the trade. And some days when I have seen this buy side liquidity, see this buy side liquidity has been cleared. Let me come over here. All of this buy side liquidity has been cleared. Trade this gap from 1 minute chart. This high, you know that this high should be protected. If this high is taken, buy side liquidity is gonna be my next target. I don't want to see that, but of course. So this gap, market structure shift, fair value gap, 22 YT model. I needed the precision, so I tried to enter from this gap, trade here, boom, market fall. Took relatively equal loss, which is here, relatively equal loss, came until here, around here. I don't know what do I have over there, but maybe I have something from my higher time frame. Let me check if I have something. I don't have anything, to be honest. Yeah, that was the more logical level to me. Come over here from 50 minutes. It didn't come, and I really don't care. Now I would love to see how this market is going to react with this unfilled gap. If this unfilled gap is broken, I'll look for the breaker block sell. You wanna take the buy? Go for it, man. I highly appreciate that. I would love to see how it is going to react with this unfilled gap. Can it fill this gap 100%? If it do that, I'll look for the breaker block sell. Did I change the account? I think I have changed the account. Yeah, I have changed the account. Hourly gap. That's the cool thing. Thank you, brother. Let me check. Okay, so that was the hourly gap. Thank you so much, brother. Yeah, it doesn't need to go over there from 50 meters. It's too messy from 50 meters. It came to the hourly gap. That's more than enough. Absolutely, brother. More than enough. Thank you, Khurshid, for that information, brother. Good morning, Chatur. Yeah, yesterday's morning session, you can say that we have done some losing trade, but my first trade, if you guys remember yesterday's morning session, my first trade, who remember that? Where we took the first trade. Unfortunately, I got stopped out. So this was the yesterday's morning session, and we framed the trade from this gap. If you guys remember, look at that run until here. That was a beautiful run. I don't know some of you got that or not. This is done for trading in a day, in a session. How many entries do you expect I'm gonna frame? How many entries? How many entries I'm going to frame, brother? I need just one trade, and that's more than enough. And that's I got it already. So whatever I'm going to do right now, it's gonna be like low probability, right? So yesterday's morning session, the first trade, boom. Today's morning session, first trade, boom. Now you expect me every time I'll be right? Come on, please don't do that. Still I'll try to find something, because just half an hour we have been made a lot of profit. I'm waiting to see if I can make a breaker block sell. If it do that, that's going to be my best setup. 95% of the time I get that boom from the breaker block. I'm not bullish, I'm not interested to look for buy. I will take the buy if and only if this high is taken. It's taken, I will start to look for buy again. You wanna take the buy? There is a buy setup. Go for it, man. I highly appreciate it. I'm watching these lows here right now. See this relatively equal lows? I'm watching it here. I need a breaker block, which is this. See this low has been taken. Tap to this low. I'm gonna take the sell from there. By liquidity is going to be taken. Yesterday's PM session. I'm gonna show you this. unfilled gap has been filled here. Low, high, lower low. Highest up close body close candle. Tap here, boom. Breaker block. I added more over there. Remember 5 micro contract I added with this breaker block. Took entry here, added order block, added more with this breaker block. This is the breaker block I believe is the best breaker block ever. So if this market is still bearish and if it can make a breaker block for me here, I'll take the sell from that breaker block. I will do that. It doesn't mean that I'm asking any of you to copy my trade. Old 50-minute bullish gap that has been traded here, so beautifully respected. Now it's been broken. Can it work as a resistance? I don't know that this gap could be important. I just marked it because it was being respected. So I would love to see, can it work as a resistance right now? This unfilled gap has been filled 100%. All I need, high, low, higher high. Then break that low, closed below that low. Breaker block, I will take the sell from that breaker block. It will keep going higher. I'll let him go, wait for this high to be taken, and then I will start to look for some sort of retracement to take the buy for this buy side liquidity over here. Brother, why you are not taking the entry at the bottom? You always talk about to take entry at the bottom. Like here, I took the entry at the top because my bias is bearish. I'm interested to see a long retracement today until to the top of this green box. So if it can come here, yeah, then I will look for the top entry, sorry, bottom entry to take the buy. Here, no, it's not the area I'm interested to see, take the buy. Also, there is no setup. Morning, is there any entry yet? We already got a huge profit, bro. A huge profit, man, from here. Like there. A huge run. I just was a bit early, so I added more and finally add the entry exactly where I wanted to take the entry, exactly over here. Took a partial over there and then got stopped out here. It was like 59 handle only for me. But it's more than enough for me, I think. So here I'm already again above the $50,000. Happy to see that this funded account. So let's see. Whoever would love to take the buy, please go for that. I'm watching, can it trade the 50% of the opening gap one more time and then fall. At the same time, the 50-minute candle wanna see to close below this gap from 50-minute chart. Can it close below this gap or inside this gap, this 50-minute candle? Brother, it's going to take the buy side liquidity over here. Take the buy, man. Don't wait for that. Just take the buy. If you think it's going over there. I'm not interested to see that. I'm interested to see it to make a breaker block here to take the sell. I missed. It's okay. Next time. Absolutely, JB. Never ever chase the market. Never ever ever chase the market. If you miss it, you miss it. Wait for the next opportunity. That's all. I need to see the bigger picture actually. What is happening in the bigger picture? Still now didn't happen anything. Yeah. It's not that nothing happened. No retracement, nothing. It's not the retracement. It's not enough for me to think that is the retracement. No, I'm not agree with that. Not happy to see that. 50-minute candle, as I told you, I want to see it to close below this gap. So can it close below this gap? That's my highest importance over here right now. At the same time, can it trade the 50% of this opening range gap as a resistance? Or of course, it can come back here to this entry gap, but body has to close below this gap or inside this gap from 15-minute chart. So I'm watching this candle, how it is going to close. Within 25 seconds, it is going to close. If it close above this gap, I'll be very careful to take the sell again. Remember, this is that unfilled gap. Except that unfilled things, it doesn't have any value. So this is going to give me the breaker block opportunity. So far, I have just got a high, didn't get the higher high. So if this high is taken one more time and then closed below the lowest down close body close candle, where the 50-minute candle has closed below this gap, happy. Let's see if it can go higher, take that high, trade the 50% or the first presented gap one more time. Maybe this relatively equal highs will be taken, trade the 50% upper quadrant of the opening gap and then fall again, closed below the lowest down close body close candle. I'll frame the sell again from this area. You wanna take the buy? Go for that. I highly appreciate that. I'm just explaining my expectation, how I see the market. Is my long TP by a T group. Oh man, it's okay. Let it go, man. Sometimes if you feel like that way, just take one micro contract entry. That means if you miss it, just let it go. Just took the entry by one micro contract. So that's gonna give you some portion and it will give you the mental peace, okay? Mental satisfaction. It's not for making the profit. So if I miss that entry from this gap over here, I was already in a trade over here. Yeah, I know that's one micro contract, but still that would give me some profit over there. By a tick that hurts. It's true, man. It's true, really true. I mean, missing trade is the most frustrated thing in my opinion. Losing trade, I don't give a shit. I know that I can mitigate that loss. But missing trade, that means you're waiting for a trade for like thousands of the time, and then finally you just miss the trade by one tick, one handle, something like that. Oh man, that's disaster. NQ and MNQ is having divergence. NQ didn't take the high of the last 15-minute high, but MNQ did take. What are you talking? Oh, okay, so this high has been taken over here. This didn't take. Okay, I believe it will go higher again, and this high will be taken. If this high is not taken, I won't be able to take any sort of sell. So needs to take this high. If it doesn't do that, instead of that, keep falling for this sell side liquidity. You wanna take the sell? Go for that, man. I'm looking for the sell. But I need the setup. Without setup, I can't take the entry. My expectation this is going to fall again. But I can't take the sell as long as there is no setup. So only the breaker block is the only option for me here to take the sell. If it doesn't build the breaker block for me, I can't take the sell. So for making the breaker block, it has to take that high one more time. It doesn't need to do that. It can simply start to fall over here, take all the low. I don't care. I will miss this trade. Simply I will miss it. By the way, guys, I'm not asking any of you to copy my trade. So please go with your trade. If you feel good, take this trade. I don't want to take any blame that brother I missed the trade because of you. Okay. I don't give a shit about my loss. I don't give a shit about my profit. I don't give a shit about my missing trade. All I care, did I follow the rules or not? Sometimes I don't follow my rules and then I regret a lot. I don't want to do that. 3 win, 1 loss today, total 5 RR partial break even included. I am done for the day. Perfect, brother. That's the spirit. That's the spirit, man. I'm not happy to see this fall. I'm seeing this as an inducement. Okay, so market started to fall. Everyone will start to seek the sell. Market will go higher again, take that high one more time. So I'm seeing it as an inducement. By the way, I can be wrong. Okay, I can be wrong. This market can keep falling. Take the sell side liquidity. You can miss the trade because of me. I don't want to see that. For me, this is inducement. That means everyone who missed the sell over here, they are going to think this is going to fall again because of the speed, and this market will go and take this high one more time and then it will fall. So I want to see it to go higher one more time. Let's see. I am bearish. I am looking for sell. I need the setup over here. Angel, don't respect people who watch your stream just to copy your trades. No offense. Angel, don't respect people who watch your stream just to copy your trades. No offense. I didn't understand, brother. What did you say actually? NGL, what do we mean by that? It's okay. I mean, if anyone treat me like that way, I highly appreciate it. Guys, I'm bearish. I'm not looking for buy. This was not my buy setup. I was just waiting to see this gap to fill 100%. Then I need the breaker block. That means high, low, higher high. It happened. Then market closed below the lowest down close body close candle. I'm gonna take the sell from that breaker block. Sell side liquidity. I have some target here, here, here. I know that all of this area is going to be traded. So if I don't find the opportunity here, I'm not going to chase the market. I'm still seeing this as an inducement leg. Wanna see this to go higher again, take this high, and then it will fall. Fiverr is great. Good morning, Tahir Mustafa. How are you, brother? I don't see your name for a long time now. Hey guys, please don't forget to push the like button, subscribe to our channel. If any of you are new, I don't know why my subscriber button is not showing. It should be shown. It's not showing, but we have 11,900 some subscriber. We are just needing very near to 12,000 subscriber. So please push the subscription button. I promise you, brother, you will not waste your time over here. I will show you the right way to read this market. Not every like yesterday and the day before yesterday. That was disaster. Simply going higher. But look at this market today. This market is the market where I'm the wizard, where I can read this market in a perfect way. I can explain you why it should not keep falling. I don't need to be right 100% of the time, but I can explain you, and most of the time you'll see that I'm right. Most of the time. Not saying all the time, but most of the time. NGL is not gonna lie, brother. What is NGL, brother? Rare case scenario day, I can control my emotions today. Usually I get tilled easily, even in is a small loss. Okay. Brother, what about series you have told us about? What about series? You are talking about the Ryzen. Tamimi convinced me for Ryzen 9. I think 700, 900, something like that, 7,900. So Tamimi convinced me to buy the Ryzen 9. But I'm waiting for his confirmation. Actually, he's going to make the whole plan, whatever I need to buy. So he's going to make the list for me, and I'm gonna just follow that list. I'm not good at this PC content or PC things. Actually, I'm not good at that. That webcam I bought, Tamimi gave me the idea, and I just look for the best one. And also the microphone, everything he gave me the idea, so I just bought the best one. So he told me that he's gonna make a list for me. I'll just go and follow that list. Ha, Khurshid. But yeah, next Saturday. That is the day before tomorrow. Sorry, the day before after, the day after tomorrow. Tomorrow, yeah, I will go to buy them. I'm not happy to see this to fall. To be honest, man. If it fall, there is nothing to worry about that. I mean, it was obvious that market is going to fall. But without setup, I don't like it. I need the setup. Still, this look like a very nice inducement. All the people are thinking, oh man, this time I got the sell. Let's see. Take the boom. And this market will go higher. Take this high one more time. I believe so. At least even if it doesn't go over here, it will come to this gap, this bearish gap, so that I can use the breaker block here somewhere. You want to take the sell, please take it. I'm fine, just struggling to put my trading knowledge together, not to 100% rely on YouTube stream. Good thing, brother Tahir. Keep trying, you will be successful, man. I promise you, man. Then we will be watching stream with expression. Yeah, you will be able to see that, and you will see that I smoke a lot. Okay, so when you will open the stream, make sure that there is no kid, I mean no children, because I can't stay without smoking. Until now, I have started the stream, so until now I have already finished three cigarette. Already three cigarette is finished. So unfortunately, I smoke a lot. This market is respecting opening gap CE. Yeah, it didn't reach over there, I believe so. It didn't reach over there, so I need it to reach over there around this area. I'm not happy yet to see this fall. Should go higher, take that high, maybe these highs, trade this line, then fall. Oh man, that's happened for me to take the sell. I believe there is going to be an buying opportunity. Not going to take it, we'll just frame it, but not going to take it. As I'm waiting for a sell, so I'll just take the sell. Here, I'm waiting for the breaker block. No other model is valid here to take the sell. No other model. No 22 IT model, no inversion fair model, no nothing. Just that breaker model. If it make the breaker block, I'll take the sell. If it doesn't do that, no sell is valid to me. And just observing, I'm not saying I'm right, but I'm saying, look at this fall. Why this fall happened from here, so that people can take the sell. And when the people are going to take the sell, this market is going to take the high before clearing this sell side liquidity. So it will take this high, then it will fall dramatically and take this sell over here by building the breaker block entry. Not there can be 22 IT model, there can be inversion gap, nothing will be traded except the breaker block. Keep watching. I can be wrong. I'm not saying any of you to think to hold yourself. And you want to take the sell, go for it. Because I'm also looking for sell. But it doesn't mean that I will push the button without any sort of model over there. I need the model. And this is called the consecution. The you know the how to say that? Consequences. Something that should happen one after another. Liquidity taken, market structure shift, fair value gap, order block, trade the order block, unfilled gap, cleared some sort of liquidity, went higher, filled the unfilled gap, going to build the order block, sorry, breaker block, then going to fall. Boom. However, low, sorry, high, low, higher, high. Tap to this gap, it can start to fall. If I force the market, I will find a sell from this breaker block. I'm not interested to do that, but of course it can do that. That means if the body close below this low, I can take a sell from there, which is low probability. High probability, this market is going to take this high and then it will fall. It will close below the lowest down close body close candle. High probability. This is going to be the low probability, but if it close now below this low, I'll take the sell again from that area. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that. I want to see it to go higher and take this high. That's high probability for me. Consequences, this thing I have taught you long time ago, guys. Then we'll be watching stream. Okay, I read your comment, Khurshid. This market is respecting opening gap CE. I think I talked to you that market didn't reach to the opening gap CE. It left that gap open over here. So still I'm not convinced. Aspires. It is broken 1008 candle. Then why you didn't take sell and why you are waiting for 1013 candle to break? I think I have already explained that things, brother. If you still have some confusion, let me know that again. T2, it's traded daily fair value gap and fell today. That's awesome. I didn't know that, Sharoda. Thanks for that hindsight, brother. I really didn't know that. I was looking what do I have over there. I didn't find anything, to be honest. So if it has traded the daily bearish gap, that's awesome, brother. Sharoda. Was that the last fair value gap? If you can confirm that, brother, for me. Why I'm not looking for the sell, I have already explained that. So if you still have some confusion, aspires, let me know that one more time, brother. And please don't forget to push the like button, subscribe to our channel, okay? Good morning, brother. Have you taken any trades this AM session? Yes, this is my question to you, Suzivan. Did I? Can I? This beautiful fall happened. Can I take any trade over here? This is my question to you, brother. That's last fair value gap traded. Yeah, man. Yeah. I told you the power of the last fair value gap. This is something you have to study, man. Only from first presented fair value gap. I outlined this cell, brother, from this gap. Exactly from that gap. I took entry here. Just I was afraid because this 22 IT model is going to work and this market trade, this gap started to fall. It can happen. Add it here, and let one contract to enter from there. Took partial to this sell side liquidity, trailed the stop loss, got stopped out here. I can't let this go, man. Beautiful setup. I don't know why it's not showing. Add it here, add it here, below this gap. So I wanted to add it from here, but it was taking too long. So I was thinking maybe it's not going to create this gap. Maybe I was for a second I got confused. However, so add it here finally, took the partial there, failed the stop loss, and got stopped out there. So it was kind of 59 handle, something like that. Not 54, 59 handle. Overall, it was a 59 handle average. And now I'm waiting for the breaker block, my brother. How can I miss this beautiful trade, brother? Like yesterday's morning session, the first trade. How can I miss those type of beautiful trades? Nearly impossible, right? But now it's tough, okay? I told you guys to study what I'm saying over here. You remember? I just told you can do whatever you want to do. But here, I would love to look for a buying opportunity. If I would be here in this deep chart, and if I were trading this funded account, okay, I don't know why it asked for the permission again and again. It was not like that way. I'll show you the beautiful buy opportunity over here. Why you didn't take this buy? So that you don't start to tilting because you don't know why I was looking for that buy. Even though I explained inducement and how to manage the trade. That's why I didn't just from 15-second chat. I believe there will be a beautiful setup. I don't know why it's not loading. Taking sometimes. Yes, the inversion fair value gap model beautiful. Thank you, Suzy one. I appreciate it, man. Today is the inverse trade comparing yesterday morning. Yeah, absolutely, brother. But today's PM session is gonna be disaster for sure. We have the first hour trade dealing range. Let me see. That's a good thing, brother. I forgot about that. High, low. Where is the 50%? I think this is the 50%, right? That's been traded. Let's see if it. I really would love to see this high to be taken. Trade this 50%. To be honest, then if it can fall, perfect. But yeah, of course, it has traded the 50% dealing range. We'll look for the selling opportunity if it can do that. Let me show you this setup. This market fall here, then made took this low, market structure shift, fair value gap, took the buy here, got stopped out around this area. See, here I'll get stopped out again market structure shift, again fair value gap. I'll take re-entry over there. That's the run over here, and I will look for this buy side liquid here and here. I'm not showing you this only entry. I'm showing you this entry at first because that is more than enough for me to take the buy over here. Market was a bit overzealous, stopped me out for the first time. I absolutely agree with that. No problem, Matt. Nothing has happened over there. I will take re-entry over there. Try to take some partial here somewhere because that is more than enough run. We'll take some partial. We'll put my stop loss to the break even. In the meantime, I'll keep watching. Can the market keep going higher and take these relative equal highs, all of these highs? After clearing them, I'll start to look for sell again from the breaker block from the 1 minute chart. That is the setup over here. If you ask me and only go for the winning trade, no, I'm sorry, I can't do that. We have the first hour dealing range. It has been already traded. The lower quadrant of this, sorry, the lower quadrant of this opening gap is the dealing range low. I mean 50%. Let's see if it can take this high. I want to see this high to be taken. Now it can reach to the 50% of this first presented gap, best case of scenario. All I need high, low, higher high, and then I'll look for the breaker block. As long as this high is not taken, I can't take any short of sell. 15-minute candle, where did it close? Below this 15-minute gap. So still it is holding the market. Perfect. MNQ has cleared this high. NQ is going to clear this high. I think Sujivan is the guy who told me that when MNQ has taken some highs and even NQ didn't, wait for that high to be taken. I don't remember the name. If I'm mistaken, I'm so sorry. Okay, I don't just really don't remember who told me this. But so far I remember Sujivan told me that if the high is taken, some high is taken by MNQ, and NQ didn't, then wait for NQ to take that high one more time and then look for the sell. Inducement going higher, all the sellers are going to be punished here, then the market will fall. Nobody is in buy, sorry, nobody is in buy here. All the buyers is here. Market will fall dramatically. Take this sell side liquidity. Please don't call me sir. Who is that? Celebrate life. Celebrate life. Please don't call me sir. My name is T2. So just call me T2, friend, brother, whatever. But don't call me sir. What is that 50% level? 26390 level. 26390. This is the opening range gap, brother. If you go to your regular trading hour on the bottom here, bottom right bottom corner, around this area, you see this is the closing of 414. Yesterday 414. Today's 9:30 open. I just marked that this is the opening gap. This is the 50% of that opening gap. So some more of most of the time it worked as a support. As I'm bearish today, I would love to see it work to as a resistance, brother. I hope, I mean, even if it doesn't happen from here, I'm more interested to see the upper quadrant to work it as a resistance, brother. Is that clear, brother? Please don't call me sir, okay? It wasn't me, brother. Okay, Sujivan, I don't remember who was that, but there was someone who told me that. And from that day, I still remember and I observed that on. If MNQ has taken something that is like prematurely, I already know what is going to happen in NQ. Okay. So that is very good information. If you guys can keep that in your mind, you can keep it. I mean, you can observe it. Okay. I'm not really good with SMT. Someone else must have told you. Okay, then I mean, I just mistaken. I don't know who is that. Hey, Kishore. Good morning, brother. Yes, thanks. Sure. Okay, no problem, brother. And I think you're new here. Welcome to our community, brother. Thanks for joining our community. Because I didn't read your name before. Guys, we have already found our trade. I'm waiting for the next opportunity. So far, this market is just consolidating. It's not giving me anything. So I'm waiting. Unfortunately, there was a buying opportunity. As I'm not interested to trade this funded account, I'll just let it go. I will let this funded account go, like without touching this funded account. Maybe after 1 week or 2 week, I don't know how long. If I don't push the button, it will be gone. It will be just gone. Not even a single trade, not even a single pushing button. I would love to do to this funded account because I'm just not interested. I'm only trading this funded account over here so that I can make sure that I'm at the payout by trading the morning session only, just by the morning session. Can I do that or not? Just because of that I'm trading and I need some supportive accounts to trade. That's why I'm using this eval account so that I can have some supportive account if I don't do something bullshit over there. Okay, so this high is gone. See here, this high is gone. Trade the 50%. I prefer if it can come over here. I don't need it. I don't need it, but if it can come over here, that's the best case of scenario. Let's see here. No weak candle over here. Remember what did I say? If it doesn't make the wick of this candle, you will see this fall, dramatic fall. Look at that fall from here to here. It's a 100 handle within 1 2 3 4 5 minutes. 5 minutes gave you 100 handle just because it didn't make the manipulation leg over there. Now is the time for the market to see if it can make the manipulation leg for this no wick candle. Doesn't need to do that. I repeat, it doesn't need to do that, but if it can do that, that's the best case of scenario. All I need, high, low, higher, high. If it close below this candle over here, I'll take the sell from this candle, which is the breaker block for me. 95% of the time it will work perfectly. I'm waiting, guys. If you find any opportunity, please go for the trade. Unfortunately, this is not the market I can trade over here. Simply nothing. I saw the entry, I took the entry at the opening, man. Come on, give me some appreciation. But right now, the whole time, I'm not seeing anything around this area. Unfortunately, yeah, I can understand all of these things slowly, but still, there's no setup. Like something like very, messy over here. I need something that can prove me, I can go for the sell. I'm only interested to take the sell. From 15-second chart, I could go for that buy. I have already shown you this setup. Okay, I already closed it. Let it go. Wait for the setup now. Guys, please don't forget to push the like button. I beg for the likes. I know that you don't like to give me the likes, but it's really important for the YouTube algorithm, not for me, for the YouTube channel. This is not my channel. I told you that this is all our channel. I will say, brother, it's not our channel, it's your channel. You can treat it like that way, but I think this is our channel. All of us are responsible for this channel. So if you want to grow your channel, push the like button. Just push the like button. That's all I ask you, guys. Nothing else. Just the like. I'm waiting to see if I can find any breaker block. Any breaker block is more than enough for me to take the sell anywhere now. As long as this high is not taken. If this high is taken, no breaker block is valid to me. And of course, if this line is taken, I'll look for the buy for this buy side liquidity. I don't want to see that, but if it happens. I'm the same person who asked about the edge earlier. It's not our channel, it's my channel. Mine. Yeah, sir. I'm so sorry, sir. It's your channel. Nobody push the like button, okay? This is Tamim's channel. So why we are going to push the like button to his channel? Don't push the like button. Come on. This is an example of importance of using the NQ chart. Notice the MNQ did not break the high, but NQ did. Okay, so it was Daniel, I guess. Is that you, brother, who actually shared that information? If MNQ has taken that high, then NQ is going to take that high as well, like something like that. I just don't remember who told me that, but this information is really awesome. This is really awesome, okay? Who told me that? I forgot the name, man. It's been a long. Demok. Don't try it at home, okay? Try it outside of the home. No, I'm not that good. Oh man, who was that guy who told me this? I don't remember the name, unfortunately. I put the subscribe count. Actually, why it's not working, I don't know. It should be there, but I don't know why it's not showing, okay? It was over there. I'm just 11,900 plus subscriber. I just need 100 or 80 subscriber to make it 12,000. I just don't know why it's not showing over here. Is there anyone who is in a trade right now? And how was that information when I told you this is the inducement leg? That market is going to take this high one more time. For sure, 100%. I can be wrong, it can keep falling, but for me, this high should be taken. I always do my analysis on NQ chart and trade the MNQ chart. That's awesome, brother. All I mean to say, for example, you are looking for sell. Okay, just for example, you are looking for sell. And you saw that MNQ has taken this high. Just you saw that MNQ has taken that high, then it started to fall. You are also looking for sell, and you saw this guy didn't take this high, and you are looking for sell. There is a setup. You are going to take the sell from that area. Then you come here and you saw that, oh, this high has been taken over here. So I'm not interested to take the sell over here because this high is going to be taken by NQ. This high is going to be taken by NQ, and then I'll look for the sell. That will help you to avoid the losing trade. Or maybe you will be able to frame a buying opportunity. Even if you don't look for the buying opportunity, you'll be able to avoid that losing trade. That was the meaning of that things. Maybe I'm that person. Can be. I just don't remember who was that. Daniel, did you take any trade? Is there anyone who took any trade and is still green? And if you took any trade and is still green, let me know why did you take that trade. Please, all of you, if you are not in a trade right now, if you're still watching the market like me, waiting for the setup. If you are like that, please share your trade. If you're green, if it didn't work, just let it go, man. If you have any opportunities, sorry, if you've taken any trade, you are still green, let me know. Why did you take the entry? And what was that entry opportunity? Yes, so it came to the upper quadrant and also the 50% of this range. Now it's time to think about a sell. Can it close below this low? If it can close below this low before building any sort of swing high, sorry, swing low and swing high, I will take the sell from this candle. This is my breaker block. If it fall, closed one tick below this candle, this three consecutive candle is going to be my breaker block. I will take the sell from there. If it keep going higher, closed above this high from 1 minute chart, closed above this high, any sort of retracement, I'll take the buy for this buy side liquidity. I don't want to see that. I want to see it to fall and go below this low, take the sell for this sell side liquidity. I would love to see that. 9:38 candle week CE was broken at 9 a.m. It's likely for NQ to go up and trade the high, which is inside first presented fair value gap. That's awesome, brother. Yeah, you are going to just typing it and yeah, that was the thing I was saying as well. Like when this market was appearing here, I told that this low is taken, so the 50% is gone. So according to Suzy one, this low should be taken, and it actually did it, and fall keep falling. Whoever is waiting for sale, this is your time to look for the opportunities. The opportunity is going to happen within 30 minutes. A selling opportunity, in my opinion. But if you would love to take the buy, go for it, man. Come on. No, I'm observing today since I have been doing well in PM session and getting beat up in AM session. Be very careful around this PM session. Be very careful around this PM session. I am gonna warn you, brother. Be very, 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 very careful around this PM session. And at least if you find something, share it to our Discord. I will be there. Mention my name. I'm not asking you to do that. I'm just saying if you're confused, if you're 100% or very overconfident, then go for it. At least do that. We will see, okay? You all will see. This PM session is gonna be very difficult to trade. I'm green. My last entry was a buy at 1022 on a order block M2. I based my flow on your information that price could take the top of 26382. The entry around you took the entry here somewhere. Cool. That's awesome. Congratulations for you for being green, man, Jamie. If any of you are still looking for sell, I believe the selling opportunity is coming within 11 minutes. I can be wrong. It can keep going higher. I would love to see it to fall now by the lunch macro. Last macro, not lunch. Last macro. It's time to look for the price action. Sell side is over here. So far breaker block is here. Any other opportunities? Not yet. Gap important. So I'm gonna keep that gap over there. I don't know if this I can use these gaps or not. I'm just going to mark them. Later I will see if I can use them. I'm thinking of London high as drawn liquidity. Of course, you can do that, brother. I will only look for the buy side liquidity, which is over here from 15-minute chart. If this high is taken from the here, okay. If this high is taken, I'll look for this buy side liquidity. Otherwise, look at this Dow. Dow is going to trade maybe some of this gap, then start to fall. It's not loading over here. This high is taken, then and only then I'll look for this. I know that you are watching this buy side liquidity. It's been taken already, so I'm not worrying about them at all. So I'm just seeing, can it fall from here? This is the last line. This market could go higher. Now, can it fall from there? Left this liquidity, would love to see this liquidity to be taken. Otherwise, if it keep going higher, closed above this line, the retracement, I'll take the buy for this buy side. Potential MMBM. I don't understand the MMBM, unfortunately. Market maker buy model. I really don't understand them. I'm really very bad at that. Uh, so I would love to be strict with my price action knowledge. So according to my knowledge, it should fall now. Whatever I was waiting for, everything is done. All I need the fall right now. I believe I'll be able to get that fall. If I don't get it, it's okay, but I believe that I'll get that fall. I'm not asking any of you to hold the bias with me. If you are bullish, take the buy. I'm not bullish. This 50-minute gap is the trap gap for the ICT trader. They will think that this 50-minute bullish gap will be worked as a support, market will keep going higher. Of course, it can do that. I don't want to see that. I want to see this will go through this, will keep falling. I need to wait 7 more minutes for finding that opportunity. Let's see if I can find it. You see, this is a bullish market, take the buy. Please take a moment to smash that like button and hit subscribe. I promise it won't hurt a bit unless you have really long nails, in which case, ouch. I think only ladies has the long nails. Most of the people. Is there any lady? Is there anyone, any girl over here out of the 71 people? I don't think so. Uh, if Dora or Ellie is not here, is there anyone who is a lady, respected lady? You know that the next question. Do you have a long nails? If you are the you're a lady. Oh, now there is no selling opportunity. Oh, okay. Dora is still here. I thought you were not here. Okay, Dora, do you have a long nails, sister? Even if a bullish market, London close is near, it should reverse or retrace soon. I'm waiting for that. I'm taken off there. Oh, Tamimi, you are very bad, okay? You're really very bad. Yep, brother, I'm just waiting to see if I can find that selling opportunity. Need to take that sell. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Show me the bearishness. You have done the job you needed to do. Now you should fall for speed. Dun, 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 dun. Fall, fall. If it failed to close below this gap, not going to take this sell. But if it closed below this gap, one tick below this gap, I'll take this sell. It all depends how the market is going to close. All I need the body close below this gap. If it doesn't, I'm not going to take this sell. This high can't be taken before closing below this gap. It has to close below this gap before taking this high, candle high. If it doesn't do that, not going to take this sell. Anything bad happened, like it has taken that high or it didn't close below this gap, not going to take this trade. I'm gonna use this gap as a trap gap. Just remember, this high is taken, no trade is valid. I can miss this trade, it's absolutely perfect. And it just keep falling, I can miss this trade. It's cool, but I need to see that. Need to see two things. This high can't be taken. This candle has to close below this gap. If it happens, we'll take the sell. If it doesn't happen, no sell is valid to me. You can take the sell, you can take the buy, whatever you want to do. I'm not going to take it. Market is not good, not giving me what I needed to see. I'm not going to take the one trade, then enough for me. Come back tomorrow. Or maybe around the PM. I can make some profit. Last candle before 11 a.m. By the way, 11 candle, like this candle, like weak, I don't give a shit, okay? This candle can make the week here and then closed below this. I don't care about that because the top of the hour can give me some sort of fake move. I really don't care about. All I care the 1101 candle. So 1101 candle can't go above this side. 11 candle, of course, it can do that now. There's nothing. Is going to be taken. Has been taken. Oh, okay. So you're talking about this side. That would be awesome if it can take that high. I don't need to worry about the buy side liquidity anymore. A very bad day. If I wouldn't go for this trade, the whole day I wouldn't be able to take any other trade. So fortunately, got that fall, and rest of the time, this holy shit price action, I didn't need to go over there. Oh. Something so that I can take it. A lot of people are waiting to go for another trade. I'm not in rush, guys. If I don't find the opportunity, I'm not going to take the trade. Unfortunately, I need what I need for the bottom. Take that high so that I can make sure that there is no liquidity left. Perfect. 16. Okay. I didn't over leverage. For example, it didn't work. Okay, so 25 and a loss for three micro contract. That means overall I'm going to take a $150 loss. I didn't over leverage. I don't need to worry about getting stopped out over here. You didn't get the boom, brother. Why you are writing? I'll write them. Thank you, Kishore, for writing boom, man. Boom to you, brother. Thank you, Daniel. London high is next at 26,488. 488. What is that? Yep, I think so. Not only that, but also this liquidity. 26,518. I believe this is going to be taken. It's okay. Took me by tick. Sometimes like shit happens. Sometimes. Or don't tell me it's going to create a relatively equal highs. I don't think so, brother. I don't think so. I mean, I was like tapped to this gap, started to go higher. I knew like that was obvious. So it just took me by tick. Okay, unfortunately, it just took me by tick. That's my bad luck. Okay, I covered the gap. Unfortunately, it took me. This has happened. This happens sometimes. Otherwise, that could be the boom over here. Like you can understand my feelings, right? But yeah, it's okay. Chlorine, boom. Thank you, man. Thanks for the penguin. Kishore, thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. This is not the done. This liquidity is going to be taken next. This is that old high is been taken. This is the next target this market is going for. So if you have some partial, hold it until this buy side liquidity, which is this line. I believe it's going to be taken. But yeah, but yeah, I tried my level best, but it took me just by tick. Uh, Sometimes that shit happens. I tried my level best, but it didn't work. No, you will say that, brother, why you did this? Remember here when I got stopped out around that area, around here, by trailing the stop loss? So it actually reversed. I really afraid of this type of things. I just didn't want to give the room here to trade the low of this candle and trade just tap to this gap, started to go higher. Didn't do that. Hmm. 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 That's cool. Boom, I got that too. Congratulations, Jamil. If you stay bullish, the daily 26,630 level. I don't know where you are talking about that level, but 26,518 is going to be taken, I believe so. This line is going to be taken. It's my opinion again, as this high is taken, going to be taken over here. Thank you so much, guys, for being over here. I think I'm done today. Yeah, I believe that I missed all of this run, but I didn't want to miss this last fair value gap inverse entry. So I didn't just wait for this candle to come back again to this gap. Instead of that, took the entry over here by covering the 50% area of this gap over here of this last fair value gap. So this entry was depending on the last fair value gap inversed way until this high, sorry, this high, and then maybe it will come for this bicep. I believe it will come over there. Okay, I can be wrong, but it is obvious now after taking this high, so it will go over here. All we can see here, it messy, so I missed the entry at the bottom. I took the trade at the top, and you can do that as well. I have already teach you how to use the last fair value gap. Of course, you can do that by yourself. You don't need to wait for me. You can do that. Thank you so much, guys, for being over here. I don't know if any of you got that entry or not because I was doing it on live. I don't think so. Anything is hindsight over here. So I finally end up with some profit here, $163. Good. Next day I will see again. Okay. I'm not going to touch any other accounts anymore for today. I'll just let them go. Well, it's good. Let me show you uh, the accounts. Okay. So this is the Eval account over here. You remember the 3 days loss consecutively? I was just interested to blow the account. If you don't believe me, you can ask everyone who is over here. After getting that payout, I just interested to blow the account. At the same time, I was greedy, so I was just stopping over there. But when I decided to go with the funded account, I tried to keep this account alive. So this is after 3 days losing trade. One, two, three, four, five, and today is also a green day, which is $163. Just $163. I know it's nothing for you guys, but for me, it's more than enough for being profitable. So took this trade. So far, it's $1,876. So need another $1,124 to pass this account. This is for that. And the funded account, great disaster. Last 2 days was really awesome. I just keep losing the money here. $570, $468. So today end up with $375. See tomorrow again. I'm not mitigating these losses. I'm just making new monies. It's easier to make new monies rather than mitigate the old or losing money. So never ever think about the loss, whatever you have. If you think about them, you will keep blowing the account. So forget about them. They are just gone. You can't do anything over here. Let it go. Make new money, new money, new money. Just keep being green. Keep being green. I'm trying my level best so that I can read the market to you in a beautiful way. Yeah, you can say, brother, you are absolutely wrong over there. I needed to hold the trade until here to hold the bearish bias. But when I saw this candle over here, this is that specific candle has closed above this last fair value gap from 1 minute chart. I have nothing to worry about that except taking the buy for this relatively equal highs, obvious liquidity. Of course, it can come over here. I'm not interested to hold the extreme liquidity, the internal liquidity more than enough for me to be profitable over here. So I just got stopped out here by tick, just by tick. Otherwise, I would get that boom over here. Still, that is good. I just went with the 3 micro contract. Didn't take any huge risk. If it wouldn't work, maybe I would stop with the $139 loss. Absolutely perfect for. Yeah, have a good rest of your day, brother. I will see you later to or tomorrow. Good, God willing. I've also had a great day, but it came with a high price of stress. No worries, man. Still, green is green. So I don't think so. I will trade anymore in today. But if I trade something around the PM session, I will of course share that with you. I mean, I need something very clear about the PM session. I don't think so. It's gonna be beautiful. I think it will fall again. I'm not interested to see keep going higher. So after clearing this buy side liquidity, maybe it will fall again. Okay, I believe it will fall again. It should not be bullish again. Of course, I can be wrong. It can keep going higher. Can do that, but I don't want to see that. However, this PM session we will discuss through our Discord. Whoever is interested to join our Discord, make sure that you have joined through the link I covered. I mean, I put to the break. I mean, sorry, to the pinned comment. So that's the trade. First trade. This is the second trade I took for today, and the first trade was 59 handle. It was over here. Let me show you that before I close the stream. That was the first trade I took sell, and this is the second trade I took buy. That's all for today. See you tomorrow. Until then, cheers, guys. Wizard 26367 is liquidity. 26367, 26367. You are talking about here around this relatively equal loss. 100% this is liquidity. Market. The beautiful sell side liquidity, brother. If this low and here is another low, okay, there is another low made relatively equal lows. Jamie, listen to me very carefully. There is a low and there is a low. These two low made relatively equal lows. I don't give a shit. It's not my liquidity. This low, market went higher, come back again lower, made another low, relatively equal lows, then market left that area. This is the bottom of that leg, relatively equal lows, my sell side liquidity. For example, I'm watching this from 1 minute chart. I just marked it because I don't have anything here. No other sell side liquidity, nothing. I have simply nothing over here. That's why I marked them as a relatively equal lows. But here, this is absolutely a different case of scenario. This low, old low, made another low, relatively equal lows, sell side liquidity to you. Again, there is a low, there is a low, made relatively equal lows. It's not my sell side liquidity. Then market keep going higher. Remember, this is not the starting of the run. The run has started over here. It was just a small, like consolidation zone over there. Some kind of consolidation zone. But when it started to run here, come here, retrace low, swing low, went higher, come back again here, retrace low, another swing low, build relatively equal lows, support. I hope it's clear to you, brother. Same thing like here, it's not my liquidity. But when it come back again, for example, this high, it came here, okay? Later it come here, then fall. This high and that high, relatively equal highs, my liquidity. But for example, there is some relatively equal highs, not clean highs, tick by tick clean highs. If it is tick by tick, it's your liquidity. 100% it's your liquidity. If they are the swing high, not the sideways candle, swing high, clean highs, that's the liquidity. But otherwise, if it is like distance, there is some distance, it's not the liquidity. Just need to come back again as a swing high later, old high with a new high, liquidity, old low with a new low, liquidity, not sideways like candles. I hope it's gonna make some sense to you, brother Jamie. Yes, now I see it, the difference. Okay, thank you so much, Jamie. But if you still you have some confusion, keep asking me the question and I'll explain the same thing again and again. No worries. Thank you guys for being over here. See you tomorrow. Until then, cheers. And if you are with me in our Discord and I'm free, of course, we'll talk about the PM session through our Discord. Until then, cheers, guys.